Hopefully y'all can hear that music because I cannot, and I hate it when this happens, but it happens. Welcome to Sports with Balls, guys. A impromptu late edition on a Wednesday. Sports with Balls coming at ya. What a show! Good evening, guys. Welcome in, ballers, to Sports with Balls. My name is Jeff Michael. Man, do I have a show for you today. The only place where you can get baseball chaos, NFL drama, betting fire, all collide today on Sports with Balls. Got the latest MLB standings, wild card madness, week 4 NFL matchups with gambling, of course, the betting lines. And you guessed it, tonight's parlay of the day. Sorry I couldn't get in the show this morning, but just a lot going on, man. A lot going on, guys. But we will get you a show in right now, and we'll do another one on Friday. First, before we get started, like we do as always, let's get to today's holidays. Today is September the 24th, National Cherries Jubilee Day. Shout out to my grandma, rest in peace. She absolutely loved that. And my stepfather, who cooks an incredible Cherries Jubilee. That's when the ice cream and the cherries come to the table on fire. My stepdad can just do it amazing. Bluebird of Happiness Day, Bollywood Day, National Sriracha Day, Lash Stylist Day. Shout out to Brittany, Lash Stylist in Austin, Texas. National Mafungo Day. I don't know what that is. Lady of Mercy Day. Women's Health and Fitness. Shout out to all you ladies out there getting healthy and fit. Love it. National Punctuation Day. That's about it. I'm going to scroll down here. Do we have any birthdays today that are worth a damn? No. All right. There you go. There are your national holidays. Welcome into Sports with Balls, guys. My name is Jeff Michael, the host of the show, as always. Let's give a couple of shout-outs to our sponsors. Number one, Butler CCS, guys. 713-330-9472. West Butler over there. Fire, water, mold, roofing, you name it. Give West Butler a shout, man. He will hook you up. 713-334-9472. Also, looking to move? Let Ordonez Movers do the heavy lifting. Whether it's across town or across Texas, Ordonez Movers makes your move smooth, stress-free, and affordable. Professional, reliable, and always on time. These are the movers you actually want showing up on moving day. Local and long distance, packing and unpacking, licensed and insured, competitive rates. Book now. Give them a call, guys. 713-373 1659. Give them a call whenever you are looking to move. Last but not least, Hercules Geotech, guys. You're always going to need to check the soil before you build. So building on a solid foundation starts with reliable information about the ground beneath you. Whether you're building a home, a highway, or an industrial facility, geotechnical testing is the key to ensuring safety, compliance, and efficiency. Give them a call, 713-884-5504, or mark at herculesgeo.com. Shout out. That was for my boy Grant. Long time ago. Man, miss you, Grant. Wish you were still on the show. All right, guys, let's get into some sports, man. Wow. If you're an Astros fan, you are probably not going to like this show a lot at all. The Houston Astros, and obviously we are getting into baseball, MLB first. It has been an absolute shit show for the Houston Astros and the Detroit Tigers. I don't know which one's worse. I have no clue which one's worse. Houston has an excuse. Their injuries have been, I think, record-breaking at some points. Like, the Houston Astros injuries have just been phenomenal. So, actually, if they would have won this division, there's still an outside shot they could. It would have been a shoo-in for Espada for Coach of the Year. The fact is, though, They are absolutely blowing it. And I mean, it's bad. It's real bad. They are 5-5 in the last 10 games, which isn't terrible. But the fact is that Seattle is 9-1 and have now opened up a 4-game lead in the West, which has actually knocked the Houston Astros down to out of the playoffs at this point. That's right. They are out of the playoffs, out of the wild card race. The Texas Rangers got eliminated yesterday. So Houston, man, I think there's like they need to win. They need to win bad. Now, let's stay in the American League and flip to Detroit, who at one point had a 99.9% chance of winning that division, are now losing the division. They're 1-9 in their last 10. And the Cleveland Guardians, who have overtaken them, are 9-1 in the last 10. Like, this is amazing. This is amazing. And AJ Hinch, the former Houston Astro manager, is your Detroit Tigers manager. And if he blows this, I don't know what they're going to do in Detroit. This was, at one point, the best team in all of baseball. The best team in all of baseball. But before the Milwaukee Brewers went on their 13-game winning streak, the Detroit Tigers had the best record in the league. And now, wow. Wow. The Cleveland Guardians are winning with a -6 run differential. The Detroit Tigers have a +70. They've lost 7 in a row. That's insane. Baseball is crazy right now. Crazy. It looks like the New York Yankees have secured their spot. They are the first wild card as of now. Boston Red Sox being the second. Detroit Tigers being the third. But right behind them, by 1 game, is the Houston Astros. They are equally playing bad baseball. Like, Detroit may be worse. Detroit may be playing worse baseball than the Houston Astros. It is unbelievable. It's the most non-story story that I've ever seen. Them blowing this lead when they were a 99.9% chance of winning that division is just unbelievable. But Houston sits 1 game back. Houston still has a great shot to get in. A great shot. I think Seattle has to go play the Dodgers the last 3 games. It is it's getting interesting. If Houston wins the next 4 games, they're in the playoffs. And they're playing the Angels and the A's, I believe. Even though they lost last night, like, they still have a shot to get in. It is, I mean, it's like, who's going to play worse right now? It's between Detroit and Houston. Houston's 1 game back for the final wild card spot. That's insane. And the Boston Red Sox are in the playoffs right now as we speak. They could still blow it. They could still blow it. It is the AL wild card is just unreal. Boston, Detroit, Houston, all fighting for 2 spots. Everybody else has been eliminated. Everybody else in the AL has been eliminated. You got your division leaders, and then you got the Yankees, Red Sox, Tigers, and Astros, which Yankees are already in. So it's Red Sox, Tigers, and Astros for 2 spots. Get it on. It all goes tonight. I'll go over those games here in a little bit. Now over to the National League. Philadelphia Phillies locked it up. Of course, we talked. The National League is much easier. Philadelphia, Milwaukee, they're already in. LA's winning the West right now, and the wild card race isn't as crazy over there as it is in the AL, because there's only 3 teams fighting for 1 spot, really. The Cubs are in. The Padres are in. They're both going to be either wild cards or winning. The Padres don't know if they're winning the division if they come up and beat LA or a wild card, but they're in. They're in. Now, the Mets, the Reds, and the Diamondbacks all fighting for 1 spot. All fighting for 1 spot. I'm not going to put the Cardinals 3.5 games out, Marlins and Giants in there, because they're pretty much out. They have to win out. Even though the Marlins are 9-1, and the Marlins are 4 games back and have a shot. Dude, I doubt they're going to make it. But way to go. Way to go, Miami. Way to go, Marlins. Proud of them. 9-1. They've won 7 in a row. Good job for them. But the Reds, Diamondbacks, and Mets all fighting for the last spot in the National League playoffs. So you've got drama, not as much in the NL as in the AL, but you've got a lot of baseball drama, man. MLB's on fire. If you go with T-Mobile, I think MLB is free for 1 year or something. Get on there and watch these games. This is fantastic baseball. Like I said, not as much for the NL, but the AL, holy shit, man. Detroit and Houston. I mean, I wish that they were just playing a series at the end of between them three to try to make, or between them two to try a 3-game series between them two to try to get in. And it's like, do you want the Astros to get in the playoffs? If you're a Houston Astros fan, I am from Houston. Do you want them in the playoffs? They look dysfunctional. They look bad. I just don't know. Man, because you've got such high expectations because of the last 8 years with the Houston Astros. For them to get in and then just get like wiped out in the first series would be bad. I don't know if I want that. I'd rather wait till next year, get everybody healthy, make a run in it. But it's baseball. You never, ever know. So Detroit and Houston and Boston Red Sox, let's see who y'all are playing tonight. Milwaukee's up on San Diego 2-1 as we speak right now in the top of the 8th. That would put the Padres down again. Detroit and Cleveland are in a rain delay. The Houston Astros don't play till 9 o'clock tonight. In, I would say Oakland, but it's in Sacramento, California. They play the A's. Hunter Brown's on the bump. And this is a must-win situation. This is a must-win for the Houston Astros. Man. Wow. The Yankees are at home versus the White Sox. The Red Sox are playing the Blue Jays right now. And Crochet versus Scherzer. That should be a good matchup. So Mets and Cubs go at it as well. Good baseball. Fantastic baseball. 5 games left. Let's go. That's your baseball rundown. Oh, by the way, let's go over one quick thing in baseball. One quick thing. They are implementing the robotic strike zone next season in baseball. I love it. And I'm a traditionalist. Y'all hated the time clock, the pitch clock that came out. I liked it. And guess what? Now we deal with it. It's not even that big of a deal. This is going to be interesting. You got to tap your hat. It's got to be immediate. You get 2. I think you get 2 calls. It's sort of like the red flag in football. And then if you get them right, you retain it. If you get them wrong, you lose it. I like this. The umps are 95% correct. They're not taking the umps out, but we are moving towards an automatic strike zone. I don't know who this hurts the most, the hitter or the pitcher. I believe it's the pitcher, but I like this because some of the calls are absolutely egregious. They're terrible calls. So I'm a fan. Bring it on. You get 2 challenges per 9 innings, and I think you get 1 per inning that goes on in extras. If the umps are 95% right and you get this 1 call that makes the game 98% correct, then hey, I'm in. Let's go. I'm not opposed to this, which is awkward, right? Because I'm a traditionalist, but I like it. I like it. I don't mind it at all. Oh, let me breathe. MLB got me fired up, guys. My Lord. All right, let's move on to some football stuff, man. Let's move over to the NFL. I'm going to do college football on Friday. We'll move into the stuff. It's a good college football weekend. But there are some things going on in the NFL that are interesting. The Giants. The New York Football Giants, Brian Daboll names Jackson Dart his QB1, not for 1 game, not for 2 games, but for the rest of the season. That means Russell Wilson is on the bench, but hold on. He's not going to stay in New York. If you're Cincinnati, you just lost Joe Burrow, pick up Russell Wilson. Washington, Jaden Daniels, we don't even know if he's playing. He's not going to be with New York. If Jackson Dart is your QB1 for the rest of the season, Russell Wilson should be traded. It's really that simple. It's not expensive. It gives you a great transition quarterback. Man. Where are we at? What else? What other news do we have going on? Bunch of injuries. We saw Connors for Arizona out for the season. Huge one. Bosa for San Francisco out for the season. Dude, San Francisco, man, they're like the Houston Astros of football. Just injury after injury after injury. There were some Hall of Fame nominees, including Larry Fitzgerald and Drew Brees, who topped the list. Automatic shoe-ins. You got it. Let's see who else is in there. Phillip Rivers. Is Phillip Rivers? Yeah, I would think so. But it's his first year. Alex Smith, quarterbacks. Those are quarterbacks in. Tight ends Greg Olsen and Jason Witten. This is a good lineup. Running back Frank Gore should be in, and LaShawn McCoy. Not sure. Offensive lineman David DeCastro and Maurice Pouncey. Geno Atkins and Jarrell Casey, and linebacker Thomas Davis. Those round out your list of players. So that was all your nominees, or for the 2026 Hall of Fame. We'll see who's going to get in. 4 players have already guaranteed themselves spots in the final 15 after making it down to the final 7 players in 2025 class. Torrey Hoke, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri taking those spots. So we'll see who gets in. Larry Fitzgerald, Drew Brees, shoe-ins. That's not even a question. They are in. I mentioned Jaden Daniels earlier. He says he's good to practice for this weekend. You fantasy football guys, it looks like Jaden Daniels could and will be able to play. But let's go in to the standings and the NFL. Undefeated teams: Buffalo Bills, Indianapolis Colts, Chargers, Phillies, Bucks, and Niners. Niners, shocking with their injuries. Bucks, I like them. I like them a lot. Eagles, obviously, a good team. They should be there towards the end. The Colts is the shock of the season, obviously. And Buffalo Bills, I think everybody knew that. Buffalo Bills look like they're going to wrap up the division in the next 2 weeks. Like, that's how bad. The Patriots are 1-2. The Jets and Dolphins are both 0-3. So that looks that Buffalo Bills may be resting Josh Allen in week 9. It really. The Bengals, AFC North, Steelers up there. Let's see. Like I said, the Colts. And here, if you go to the AFC South, this is the shock, I think, of the NFL at this point. They're shocking division, at least, because you got the Colts at 3-0, which was not even close to being seen. And then you have the Houston Texans at 0-3. And not only are they 0-3, they just look bad. They look terrible. The Houston Texans look like a bad football team. I don't, and it's like they just have no mojo. Their offense looks slow. Granted, new offensive coordinator, but still, they just look, there's no leadership. They have no mojo. They've got no flow going to them. CJ Stroud throws an interception. He's like, thank God, we're good. Don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. And then they lose. They're in a must-win game at home versus the Titans this weekend. A must-win in week 4. They cannot afford to go 0-4. The city will turn. D'Amico Ryans, the head coach, will be under fire. It will get ugly. It will get real ugly if the Texans start 0-4. But the interesting thing is the Titans are 0-3 too. So you're going to have one of these teams that's coming out of this 0-4. Wow. That will be the talk of the town. The AFC West with the Chargers 3-0. Raiders, Broncos, and Chiefs all kind of trying to figure themselves out. It looks like the Chiefs will get Xavier Worthy back this weekend, which will help them out tremendously. The Broncos, they're getting close to being worried. I'm getting worried about the Broncos if they have a couple more losses. But we'll go over the schedule here in a second on who they play this weekend. I guess the other hot ticket, let's move over to the NFC, would be the Dallas Cowboys, right? Cowboys are 1-2. They could use a pass rusher. Hint, hint. The Cowboys could use a pass rusher. Wow, Jerry. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, dude. Cowboys do not look good. They don't look good. Their defense is absolutely horrible. And it'll be interesting what happens with the Cowboys the rest of the season. As always, it will be. I was thinking about this earlier too. If I'm Jerry and this thing's going south, they are the most expensive franchise in the world right now. In the world, over any soccer team, like over anything. I would sell them right now. Jerry's got maybe 5 years left, and I'm sorry, Jerry. I hope that you live longer. I'm just saying. They could not be more expensive than they are right now. The Dallas Cowboys are still at the top, at the very top. Jerry's running the risk of losing America's favorite team and it going down and that value plummeting. If I'm Jerry, I sell the Dallas Cowboys right now. Just before it gets too bad. Giants are 0-3. Ouch. New NFC North, the Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings, Detroit Lions, all 2-1 and all look really good. Those are good football teams. Those are fun football teams. They're good football teams. The Chicago Bears, Caleb had a great game this past weekend. They're still 1-2. We'll figure them out. Tampa Bay Bucks, Baker Mayfield. He looks like Tom Brady out there. I swear he mimics Tom Brady. I like Baker. Got him on fantasy. Picked him up early. They're 3-0. Good for Tampa Bay. They're in a shit division too. Carolina and Falcons and Saints are all terrible. Tampa Bay should have no problem in that NFC South. NFC West. Everybody's competitive. Rams 2-1, who I picked to go to the Super Bowl. Seattle's 2-1. Arizona 2-1. And the 49ers 3-0. Somebody call the Giants and get Russell Wilson. Seriously. Some of these teams need an incredible quarterback. They're already losing them. He's going somewhere. Cincinnati, Russell Wilson going to the Bengals. They've got an incredible offense. Do it. I'm all in on that. Russell Wilson will not be sitting on the bench in New York. He will be traded ASAP for sure. Love the NFL. Let's go over the games this weekend. Speaking of, and then I'll get into the parlay of the day here in a second, and then we'll call it a day, guys. Let's see who we got. Thursday night, tomorrow night, Seahawks at the Cardinals. Seahawks, both teams 2-1. Right now, this is in Arizona. Seahawks are -1.5. I don't know if I just do anytime touchdown with Walker, maybe. Because, look, the Cardinals lost. They're going to rely on Trey Benson. Connors is out for the year. So I like the Seahawks. Connors is a stud, and he is gone. So maybe I will take Seahawks. Titans and Texans at noon on Sunday. I told you about this, man. Wow. Houston -7.5. I'm taking Titans +7.5. Sorry. Until Houston can prove me wrong, it's Titans +7.5 on that one. Damn. The over-under on that game is 38.5. That's it. Give me the Titans +7.5. Commanders at Falcons. Washington -1.5. I think Jaden Daniels going to play, so I like Washington. Buffalo, this is the biggest spread I've seen in a very, very, very long time. You have the Bills -15.5. I'm not touching that, and if I was, I'd take the Saints. You never, ever, ever see that kind of spread in the NFL. That's insanity. That's over 2 touchdowns. That's very rare. Detroit -9.5 over the Browns. Give me the Browns +9.5. I like the Browns not to win games this year, even though they just beat Green Bay, but to cover spreads. I like them to cover some spreads. Give me the Browns. Plus the points. Panthers at the Patriots. New England -5.5. I like the Panthers. Panthers +5.5. Give me them. Bryce Young ended the season great, and then last week he did well too. So I like the Panthers. Chargers at the Giants. Chargers -6.5. I like the Chargers in that one. I think they'll win by more than a touchdown. Eagles and Bucks. One of these teams is going to be undefeated. No more. This is a good football game. I'm not touching this. I want to watch this football game. It's in Tampa. That is the game of the week for me. And then you move on to Colts and Rams at 3:05. That's a great football game too. Rams are favored 3.5. Probably not going to touch that one. Just a great football game. Leave that one alone. It's fantastic. Jaguars at the 49ers. San Francisco minus 3.5. Oof. I don't know, man. Look, I'm going to go back over these on Friday, and I'll figure this out. And we'll put together a parlay for this weekend or some anytime touchdowns. Ravens at the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy should be back. This is Baltimore minus 2.5. This is a good football game, man. That's a litmus test for the Kansas City Chiefs. If they lose that game, they move to 1-3. They're in trouble. I just tell you that. They're in trouble. Bears at the Raiders, fun football game. It says Bears minus 1.5. Give me that. Give me the Bears. Packers at the Cowboys. Packers favored by a touchdown. If the Packers run over the Cowboys, it's going to be a long season. That's going to be very, very, very interesting. All right, let's move over to the parlay of the day, and we'll do some MLB. I'll give you a few games tonight because there were a few that I liked a lot. A lot. The Yankees, they're minus 375. Do minus a 1.5 over the White Sox. They're at home. That game starts in about 15 minutes. What was the other one? So I like the Yankees. Oh, I like the Rangers a lot. Give me the Rangers with DeGrom on the mound, minus 185. So I like the Yankees, the Rangers. I like the Cubs over the Mets. Yankees, Rangers, Cubs, and Mariners. Beat the Rockies. There's your parlay of the day. Yankees, Rangers, Cubs, Mariners. All right, guys. Got to thank a couple of people before we get out of here. Hercules Geotechnical Consultants. Go to www.herculesgeo.com. Building on a solid foundation starts with reliable information about the ground beneath you. If you're building a home, a highway, or an industrial facility, geotechnical testing is the key to ensuring safety, compliance, and efficiency. Give them a call, 713-884-5504. Ordonez Movers, guys. Give them a call. I've talked about them before. These guys are the best in the business. Local and long distance, packing and unpacking, licensed, insured, trusted, competitive rates, friendly faces. Book now. Mention this post for a special discount. 713-373-1659. 713-373-1659. Last but not least, my boy Wes Butler. Fire, water, mold, roofing. Butler CCS. That's it. Guys, it has been an incredible show. Sorry it took me I had to take some time off. It's my fault. But I appreciate you guys getting with me. Thank you, ballers. This is Sports with Balls. My name is Jeff Michael. See you guys Friday. I'm out of here.